It's been obviously fantastic, and she's been a little joy of heaven, but at the same time it is more responsibility.
The staff at Kensington Palace felt their hearts break the moment Princess Charlotte left. For years, they'd seen her grow from a tiny girl into a confident, lively young princess. They watched her laughter fill the halls, saw her take her first steps, and waved her off with tears in their eyes. But what really happened? Why did Charlotte suddenly disappear from the palace without a word? Why did the silence feel so heavy? It began just like any other morning in London. On the surface, everything appeared calm, even peaceful. But for those who worked inside Kensington Palace, something was clearly off. Princess Charlotte, the young royal who was often the center of attention, was suddenly nowhere to be found. No media updates, no bustling news crews outside the gates, not even a hint that anything unusual was happening. Everything seemed eerily still. Inside, the usual sounds of the palace were missing. No soft footsteps echoing through the hallways, no whispers of tutors preparing lessons, no clinking of dishes in the kitchens. It was as if the palace itself was holding its breath. Even the footmen, usually swift and purposeful in their duties, seemed slower, more cautious, their voices softer. One chambermaid, who had been with Charlotte since her infancy, nervously paced outside her room. The window was slightly open, a gentle breeze moving the curtains, a quiet sign that someone had passed through. But where was she? The security seemed to pick up, but no one spoke. Guards in sharp suits moved through the corridors, communicating in hushed tones, scanning every corner of the grounds. Despite the heightened activity, no official announcement came. Not even the royal family, so adept at managing public relations, had released a statement. No one knew what was really happening, but everyone knew that something had changed. As the days went by, whispers began circulating. People started noticing the absence of Charlotte at events. Her brothers, Prince George and little Louis, continued to play in the garden, but there was a gap where their sister used to be. The usual royal SUVs weren't spotted, and drones hovered silently over the palace grounds. A black helicopter, unmarked and quiet, had taken off in the dead of night, leaving the staff to wonder even more. Inside her room, things had changed, too. Charlotte's favorite plush toy was gone, as was the ballet shoe that always sat neatly beside her wardrobe. A handwritten note, left unopened, sat on her desk. No one dared to read it. Across the country, people were talking. Where was it? Princess Charlotte. Why had she vanished so quietly? There were no photos of her departure, no press release from the palace. The questions multiplied with each passing day. The staff, the media, and the public were all left in suspense. But behind all of this, it's important to remember just how extraordinary Charlotte truly is. She wasn't just a royal child. She represented something more, something new. Born on May 2, 2015, Charlotte broke royal tradition from the start. She became the first royal daughter to retain her place in the line of succession even after her younger brother was born. From the very beginning, she was someone to watch, someone destined to change the royal family in small yet profound ways. At just 10 years old, Charlotte has already proven herself to be poised beyond her years. Whether handling a public moment with grace or comforting her brother at a funeral, she carries herself with a maturity that surprises everyone around her. Her ability to face the spotlight with a calm strength, yet remain grounded, is nothing short of remarkable. Even her parents, Prince William and Catherine, have noticed how Charlotte leads with such ease. At home, William playfully calls her the boss, and friends of the family often remark on how quickly Charlotte adapts to new situations, always displaying wisdom beyond her age, despite all the attention. Charlotte has never seemed burdened by her royal role. She enjoys the simple joys of childhood, whether it's rolling down grassy hills with her brothers or laughing at their playful antics. It's in these moments her authenticity, her playfulness, that Charlotte truly stands out. Her warmth and natural confidence make her not just a favorite among royal watchers, but a beloved figure to people all around the world. As the days passed after her disappearance, everyone continued to wonder what had really happened to her. But no matter where she was or why she left, one thing was clear: Princess Charlotte's presence would be missed. Not just at the palace, but in the hearts of those who had watched her grow into a young royal whose light shone brighter with every passing day. She was more than just a royal figure. She was a symbol of a new generation, one that balances tradition with real human emotion. And no matter what happened next, it was clear that her journey was only just beginning. Princess Charlotte has always been a quiet force, one that gently influences the atmosphere around her. Whether it's guiding little Louis to greet the crowd or helping George look at ease for the cameras, her presence is felt deeply in the most subtle ways. She doesn't demand attention, it's simply drawn to her. Even as a child, she seems to understand the weight of her royal role better than many grown-ups. But what really makes Charlotte stand out is how she still finds joy in the simplest moments. Her smile is authentic, her actions unforced, and her grace is just part of who she is. Her world, however, is far different from that of most children. While others run freely without a second thought, Charlotte's every move is captured on camera, scrutinized by the public eye. This constant attention makes her quiet departure from Kensington Palace feel like more than just a relocation. It marked a deeply personal moment, offering Charlotte the gift of space, a chance to grow and breathe. Away from the prying eyes that have followed her since birth, this move wasn't just about changing addresses. It symbolized something much deeper. Windsor offered Charlotte the kind of freedom she truly needed, a place to simply be a child. Here, she could make mistakes, laugh without judgment, and experience life at her own pace, outside the constant roar of public scrutiny. Even though the media spotlight follows her everywhere, Charlotte doesn't chase it. Her true strength doesn't lie in what she wears or the attention she attracts. It's in the way she carries herself. There's a certain grace that emanates from her elegance, not shaped by royal expectations, but by who she is at her core. Her calm, self-assured presence often brings to mind someone very dear to the royal family, her grandmother, Princess Diana. People see that same gentle strength, that same quiet power in Charlotte. Just like Diana, Charlotte seems to carry the weight of her role with ease, as though she was born to guide with a kind heart, not a heavy hand. One of the moments that truly captured Charlotte's natural leadership came during the Commonwealth Day service. As they walked into the chapel, she quietly placed her hand on Louis's back. It was a simple gesture, but it spoke volumes. It showed the depth of her care, the way she leads with kindness, and how effortlessly she steps into her role as the older sister. Charlotte has this unique way of carrying herself, something not seen in many royal children. She's confident, yet never boastful. She knows her place within the royal family, but she doesn't let it define her. While George often takes the spotlight as the future king, Charlotte has carved out her own space. One that's defined not just by her position, but by the warmth and sincerity she exudes. People love her for who she is, not just for the role she plays. Her upbringing has been a careful balance. Catherine and William have worked hard to raise their children in a way that shields them from the harsh realities of royal life, allowing them to enjoy their childhood while gradually preparing them for the world they will one day inherit. Charlotte's personality, full of warmth and wisdom, reflects the love and care she's received from her parents. But despite all the attention, she remains grounded, showing that her charm isn't just for the cameras. It's something real, something that people can feel. When the family moved to Windsor, it wasn't just about getting away from the city. It was about creating a life that would allow Charlotte and her siblings to experience more peace, more time together as a family. Windsor promised a quieter life, one where Charlotte could play freely in the garden, read books with her parents, and simply enjoy the little things that make childhood so precious. In Windsor, she found her own rhythm, one that was natural, peaceful, and full of love. As Charlotte grows, so does her bond with her family. Her relationship with her father, Prince William, is especially touching. From the moment she was born, he was smitten with her, and that love has only deepened over the years. Their bond isn't defined by royal duty, but by real moments, the shared laughter, the inside jokes, the quiet glances that say everything. William's love for Charlotte is clear in the special name he calls Hermanette, meaning tiny, sweet, and precious. It's a perfect reflection of their relationship, one that is as deep as it is tender. Charlotte's love for dancing, a passion she shares with her father, connects her to someone very special, William's late mother, Princess Diana. Watching his daughter embrace this passion brings him a sense of connection, bridging the past and the present in a way that is both comforting and beautiful. Their shared love for the arts and sports only strengthens their bond, creating memories that will last a lifetime. Even in the midst of all the royal pressures, William has always made sure that Charlotte stays grounded. He helps her navigate the public spotlight, ensuring that her joy isn't overshadowed by the demands of royal life. One particularly sweet moment occurred during King Charles's first Trooping the Colour. As they stood together, Charlotte reached out and quietly took her father's hand. It was a simple act, but it revealed the depth of their connection, the trust, the comfort, and the love they share. Charlotte's growing presence in the royal family is undeniable. It's not about flashy moments or grand gestures. It's in the small, quiet acts that show the depth of her character. Her presence is a reminder that grace and strength often come in the most unexpected forms. Charlotte is no longer just the princess everyone watches. She's shaping her own path, one that is full of kindness, dignity, and authenticity. As she continues to grow, we're left to wonder, will Charlotte follow in the footsteps of her grandmother, Princess Diana, and become a leader who combines quiet strength with compassion? Or will she forge her own path, one that's entirely her own? Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: Princess Charlotte is a royal for the ages now. In another corner of the royal family, tensions are rising. The quiet power struggles, the shifting dynamics, the cracks in the royal foundation, these are the stories we'll explore next. Stay tuned to discover how the royal family is changing and what might come next for the House of Windsor.